Hello everybody. Now I would like to talk about the derivatives of natural logarithmic function. Let u be a differentiable function of x. The first rule is d dx for ln x, it is equal to x itself down and the derivative for x is 1, in which x is more than 0. The second derivative, d dx for ln u, it is the derivative for u itself down and the derivative of u up, or du dx multiplied by 1 over u, in which u is more than 0. These are the rules for how to get the derivative for ln x or ln u. The same function, u is u here, okay, and its derivative up. Then it will give me a function written as a fraction. Its denominator is the function itself, and its numerator is the derivative for this original function. How to solve some examples about these rules. Number 1. Find the derivative of letter A, f of x equal ln 4x. What is the answer here? The derivative for f of x is f prime of x. By applying the rule, we will write for x down, the same function here. And its derivative, what is the derivative for 4x? It will be 4. Simplify the answer. 4 divided 4, it will be 1 over x, and x is more than 0. Letter B. F of x equal ln 3x squared plus 5x. What is the derivative here? Then f prime of x is equal to the same function down. The same function down, 3x squared plus 5x. And its derivative up, the derivative for 3x squared will be 6x plus 5x will be 5. Now, how to use the same rules to get the derivative for number 2. Find d dx for ln 5x all to the power 3. Now here we have ln 5x, it is as u to the power 3. Then you can use the chain rule. You remember that d dx for u, which is a function of x raised to power x, it is raised to power n, it is n multiplied by u to the power n minus 1, then multiplied by the derivative for the inner function, u prime. This is the chain rule or the general power form. Then here you will down the answer here, down the power 3 ln 5x to the power 2, subtract 1, multiplied by the derivative for ln 5x, then write 5x down and its derivative up. Then it will be 3. 5 cancelled here, then you have 3 over x multiplied by ln 5x all square. Another example. Number 4, find d dx for x squared multiplied by ln 3x. Here you have x squared multiplied by ln 3x. Then you can apply the product rule. The derivative for the first, it will be 2x multiplied by the second, ln 3x. Then add the derivative for the second, ln 3x, its derivative is what? 3x down and its derivative up, multiplied by the first. Then simplify, it will be 2x ln 3x, and 3 cancelled, and x squared divided by x, it will be x. You can take x as a common factor here. It will be 2 here, x and x, 2 ln 3x plus 1. How to solve number 5? Find d dx for ln radical x plus 2. Here, what is the denominator here? It is radical x plus 2. You will change it to x plus 2 all power half. Okay. Then this is d dx for ln x plus 2 all to the power half. Okay, if you write it down, x plus 2 all to the power half and its derivative up, half x plus 2 all to the power half minus 1, it will be negative half, multiplied by the derivative for the inner function, it will be 1. Now here you will get down half 1 over 2 down, 1 over 2, 2 in the denominator here. X plus 2 all to the power negative half, take it down to and change its negative power to positive power, it will be x plus 2 all power half, multiplied by x plus 2 all to the power half. Then it will be what? It will be 1 over 2 multiplied by x plus 2. This is the simplest form. Number 6. Before solving number 6, we can use some rules for the logarithmic function, like number 1, rules. These rules will help us for solving some questions. If you have ln x multiplied by y, it will be what? It will be ln x plus ln y. Then if you have ln the product, you will add their length. Number 2, ln x divided y, it will be what? It will be ln x minus ln y. Then you can divide, you can change the division for the natural logarithm to subtract for the numerator and the denominator here. Number 3, ln x to the power n, it is equal to n, take it n before the ln function, ln x. You know that for ln e, it is 1. Okay? These rules will help us for solving some questions harder than the first. How? For example, the same function, find d dx for ln cubic root for x plus 3. Here you can change cubic root for x plus 3 all to the power third, and this is ln. and d dx here. Now you can apply what? The rules for the natural logarithm. You can take third out here. It will be d dx for a third x plus ln x plus 3 all to the power third. We take third down before ln. Now I think this is a simple form to me. Then third is a constant. Then what is the derivative for ln x plus 3? It is x plus 3 down, its derivative up. Then it will be 1 multiplied by 1, 1, and 3 multiplied by x plus 3. I think this way is easier than the answer for the question before for ln square root of x plus 2. Okay. Another example, if we have find the derivative of y is equal to ln x multiplied by 1 minus x squared. Here ln x multiplied by, then this is like ln x multiplied by y. You can change y to what? Ln x plus ln radical 1 minus x squared before finding the derivative for this function. Now you will simplify ln x here, ln radical, it will be 1 minus x squared all to the power what? All to the power half. Then you can write it half ln 1 minus x squared. If you change the radical form to the power half and take half before the ln, now we can find the derivative now by applying the logarithmic rule, the derivative for the natural logarithmic function. Then what's the derivative for ln x? X down and its derivative up plus half. What's the derivative for ln 1 minus x squared? 1 minus x squared in the denominator here and its derivative up, negative 2x. Simplify it, 1 over x plus 2 cancelled here, or positive multiplied by negative, it will be negative. And you have what? X up over 1 minus x squared. I think you can make a common denominator here, x multiplied by 1 minus x squared, and here 1 multiplied by 1 minus x squared, it will be 1 minus x squared, and x multiplied by x, it will be minus x squared. Then it will be 1 minus 2x squared over x multiplied by 1 minus x squared. Another example, find the derivative of f of x equal x multiplied by x squared plus 2 all to the power 5 over radical 3x squared minus 2. Have to get the derivative for this one. And before then, we have here, ln here. Ln this function, 3x, multiplied by this function. Have to get this derivative. Now you will use the rules for the product, and this is a product. Then you will add them. Then f of x is equal ln 3x multiplied by this, then add ln x squared plus 2 all to the power 5, then subtract this one, minus ln square root for 3x squared minus 2. Now we change the complicated form to a simple form now. Now we can find the derivative for ln 3x, and this one you must change it to get 5 before ln. It will be 5 ln x squared plus 2, and this is power half, take minus out, minus half here, ln 3x squared minus 2. Now I think ln 3, you can find f prime of x now, 3x here. What is the derivative of 3x? Write 3x down and its derivative up, plus 5 constant, multiplied x squared plus 2 down and its derivative up to x, minus half constant, 3x squared minus 2 down and its derivative up 6x. Then simplify, it will be 1 over x plus 5 multiplied by 2, it will be 10x over x squared plus 2 minus 6 divided 2, it will be 3x over x, 3x squared minus 2. And you will make a common denominator to simplify this fraction. Thank you for watching.